Where did human beings come from? This is a timeless question that has been answered in many different ways over the centuries. Two of the most common answers consider evolution or a Big Bang theory. Those are common responses, but I want to challenge those conclusions with a simple illustration. You probably have a phone or a watch or some kind of device that is near at hand. Pick up that device, look at it, and ask yourself this question. Would it be reasonable to conclude, say your phone for instance, that some plastic, some metal, some wiring slowly gravitated together and then they joined forces and they evolved into the complex device that you're holding in your hand? If you believe that is true, then you have much more faith in the evolutionary process than I do. Well, look at that device again. Ask yourself this question. Would it be reasonable to conclude that some random, powerful explosion produced the complex device that you are holding? If you're like me, I have my doubts. Now, follow me in this argument from the lesser to the greater. If your device, or even something much more simple than a phone or a watch, say a book, a shoe, if something like that requires a creator, then how much more do you require a creator? You are much more complex than a book, a phone, a shoe, or anything else that requires creative design. But who is this creator? The Bible makes it very clear right out of the gate. In the first book of the Bible, called Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." He made everything. And further down in that same chapter, in Genesis 1:27, it says God made humanity. The text says God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him. Male and female, He created them. The great King David also wrote about God and praised Him for the way that God creates human beings. He writes in Psalm 139 this, "You," talking to God, "formed my inward parts. You wove me in my mother's womb. I give thanks to You, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." So the Bible, the most historically validated book in the world, ascribes creation to God. There is a creative designer who's put all of this together. And if you look at the possibility that our complex world and we as complex creatures would have just come into existence by chance, that's an infinitely small possibility. It's much more reasonable to conclude that God is the one who made all things. What does that mean for you? It means that you were made by a creator. You are handcrafted, tailor-made by this powerful God who made all things. Walk away for just a moment and go find a mirror. Look into that mirror and look at yourself and look at all of the details that God put into you, who you are. And turn to Him as the Creator and give Him thanks because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are not random. You are not an accident. You have great intention. You've been designed by this master craftsman. The greatest artist to ever exist made you. Every detail of you. So again, give praise to the one who has made us. He deserves your gratitude because His artwork, as you look in the mirror, is nothing less than beautiful.